What's up, guys? So today we're talking about the lost art form of high volume training. Okay, so high volume training is the most essential thing I say that you need to start adding in terms of your training. Modern society has recently, been trying to teach everyone, hey, you need to do less reps. Less reps, you're going to get better results, this and that. And the thing is, like, it's not that simple. Um, Back in the day, it was about high volume. If you look at golden era bodybuilders, and then if you look at just people back then, they incorporated more volume. That's why the physiques back then were better. Modern day society, right? Forget even just bodybuilding. People don't do enough volume to sculpt their body. The reason gymnasts, um, people who are incarcerated, things like that, have great physiques is because they understand the value of volume training, right? Bodybuilders from the past 80s, 80s, 70s, 60s, they incorporated high volume, Sergio Oliva, high volume training. So if you want to develop muscles and give a hard look to them, you have to do volume. You can't just do a few sets and then you're going to build yourself up. Now, don't get me wrong. For if you're trying to train for strength, right? Obviously, less reps is going to be ideal because you're training for strength. You're not training for building a physique, things like that. Another reason for higher volume is you're also going to be training your cardiovascular system while you're working out. So not only are you getting the benefits of both worlds, but you're also going to have a healthy heart and you're going to have a better physique after the fact. So yeah, guys, like I'm just encouraging you, higher volume is the way to go. For me, I do high volume push-ups. I do probably hundreds of push-ups a day on average, right? Um, and this is just to keep my blood circulation, to keep my muscles engaged. And here's the interesting truth, guys. Your tendons heal faster than your muscles. So even though your muscles could be sore, your tendons can be recovered. But you do have to be careful. High volume with heavy weights it could be dangerous. So I wouldn't when I do high volume with weights or anything like that, I definitely do much lower weights, guys. I'm not trying to ego lift. I'm not trying to show off with the weight. I work with a working weight. You want to work with weights that work best for you. But this does not just apply to weightlifting. This applies to everything else. If you want to get good at jump rope, higher volume. It's going to help increase healthier cardiovascular system. The more jump rope you do, the better you get. It's about any skill that you want to get, you got to keep practicing. You got to keep doing it repetitively, right? So this is the same thing when it comes to physiques. If you're trying to develop a great physique and you have muscles that are lagging, you're going to have to train them and concentrate on developing them in order to grow them. For me, it was triceps and arms. Or my weak points. And I made my weak points my strength. My chest has always been a strength. Recently, because that was like the first thing I trained when I was younger was just a bunch of push-ups. That's all I did, a bunch of push-ups, a lot of incline bench press. I do not really do flat bench, just a bunch of incline. I'm not saying flat bench can't work. I'm just saying incline worked best for me. All right. I did a lot of pull-ups. I did a lot of dips to develop my back, right? And my arms were the ones that were lagging because everything else, my chest, my back, my core was getting engaged, and my legs were lagging points. I worked on all those points, so now I have a balanced physique. But to get past that point, guys, volume is a way of my life. I like to do high volume. I'm a numbers guy. If I had to choose, quality over quantity, I think I would choose quantity. It's not that quality isn't important. It's just that if you do more quantity, you can then get quality because when you learn from your mistakes and you fail faster than the other person who's trying to focus on being perfect, you're going to get better results regardless, because you've learned a lot more from your failures than a guy who's trying to be perfect each time, okay? But yeah, guys, like volume training, study Sergio Olivier, look at Serge Nubret, look at Arnold, look at Franco Colombo, look at Frank Zane, look at Robbie Robinson, look at these guys who were part of the golden era, right? Golden era aesthetics, right? They were doing a lot of volume, a lot of volume. And I'm not telling you to do Arnold's level of volume. That's insane. Like they're on steroids too, so they can recover fast. I did the Arnold program for 6 months. Injured myself. Now I'm not telling you to do that. That is not wise. It was like 12 sets per exercise. It was insane. I was doing like, and then I was doing 3 body parts in one workout session. I was hitting back, chest, and legs all in one session. And that was supposed to be split up between 2 sessions, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna just do it all at once. This is when I really first started like a program when I was like 22. And so I did grow really fast from the program, stupid fast. But my muscles weren't recovering fast enough. I was making myself prone to injury, and I injured my leg from doing all the heavy leg press. I'm putting 8 plates on each side, maxing everything out. That's not the smart way to go. You have to work with a weight that's working for you. I was doing ego lifting, high volume. Since I was younger, I was able to recover much faster, but I'm not training to that same level of intensity now. I still do a lot of high volume, but I'm not doing chest, back, and legs all in one day. It's insane. I didn't know at the time. I just looked online. I was like, oh, this is what he did. This must be good. Many people won't be able to last in that volume. Even Arnold said he would only do that type of volume like before competition to really condition his body and stuff. So it's not an actual good program for building long-term sustainable physique with no injuries, right? But yeah, guys, push-ups, high volume, pull-ups, high volume, sit-ups, high volume. All those core exercises, I'm doing high volume, and I'm building a lot of tendon strength from doing that. You're going to have a different physique. You're going to look completely different from everybody else. As you can see, my muscles have a lot of density to it. To develop density, it's not just heavy weight. Heavy weight does help, but you also need the volume to match. So it's really a dance in between high volume, low reps, heavy weight to help not just build strength, but to really build out your physique. After a certain point, after you do so much volume, to grow, you do have to increase the weight. You do have to increase the tension. You do have to increase the challenge that you're putting on your body. But yeah, guys, today I just want to talk about volume training because I think nobody's talking about the importance of it and how essential it is. It's like, and then also if you're trying to be a functional athlete and things like that, you want to have volume. You want to have endurance. You want to train for endurance. You don't want to not have endurance. You don't want to go to the gym and then when you try to play basketball, you're out of breath. You're out of shape. Like, how are you going to stay dedicated to something and not be in shape, right? So it's like you want to be healthy. You want to be athletic. You want to do other disciplines. You want to try, you should do martial arts. You should do boxing. You should do swimming. You should do all these other different types of disciplines to enhance you. You should be doing cross training, right? And I know you guys aren't like being paid to do this or anything like this, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to challenge your body to be the best version of yourself, you should cross train 100%. Cross training has helped me a lot in my flexibility, things like that. Getting the massages are very important for your muscles, tendons. I get a massage every month now, pretty much, to help loosen up my muscles and tendons. And it helps your body recover faster. But yeah, guys, that's it for my tips, or not tips, but for my video on volume today. Go ahead, like and subscribe if you got some value. Peace.